There's a fire burn the fire brigade. Our souls tonight, we are losing this fight. Our souls tonight is
Hey, how's it going, YouTube? This is Alpha Prime of Prime Union, part of the Prime Union family of alliances, and I'm bringing you some more Alliance Raid battle testing gameplay. So, as you guys know, there is a new mode coming to the game, hopefully before January 2019, and the new mode is called Alliance Raids. And they're team totalizer events. You get together and you do an event together and you compile your points to gain these prizes. Now, this is just a test. I'm not going to get any of these prizes, just so you guys know. It's just a test. We're testing out the new raid mode, and we're allowed to bring you guys some footage of the new raid mode. And I just been playing around a little bit this morning, and as you can see there, Alpha Prime of Deceptor Crushers is already at almost 100k, and we just started 3 hours ago. So this game mode, if you've got a hungry alliance of look at that, there's just 15 of us going at it here, and we've already finished off a lot of this event. Let's see what's left of this event. So yeah, as you can see there, 3 hours in. You know, I'm like 7 a.m. right now, West Coast, and zones 1 through 3 through, look at that, through 6 are already done. These guys are pretty active and really enjoying this new raid mode. And so you can see there, it's only going to take us another hour or two, or maybe maybe a few more hours, and we'll be done with this mode as well, or this game, this event. So it's pretty sick how fast this mode is or this game I guess goes if you've got a lot of coins and you've got a lot of cells to use up. They've given us some changes here. So before there was these raids that we had to do to get fuel. So I don't see the raid mode here anymore to get fuel. You just have to do a raid, and they gave us a whole bunch of points to do these raids. So yeah, I just want to show you guys some of the cool defenses and stuff like that. This is zone 9 attack. So the higher zones, you typically get more points for the team in the higher zone. And I'm going to bring a fun team here with Bumblebee. There's a bunch of bots that are more useful for this game mode. Because you're actually you need to stun defenses, and because there's so much attacking you at the same time. So actually, Bumblebee is a very useful bot, and another useful. Oh, I forgot to bring a combiner. So that's another thing that you guys want to do. I'll show you guys the difference between bringing a combiner and not bringing a combiner. The combiner play, you last a lot longer because there's a few combiners in the game like Victorion and with Optimus Maximus. And they have that stun ability, which Superion and who's the other one I'm thinking about here? Superion and Volcanicus don't have. They don't have that stun ability. So that ability is huge for these raid modes, and Space Ape did a great job of trying to incorporate all the combiners into this game and all the bots. Now, like, you typically wouldn't use a bot like Bumblebee too much in a high raid mode, but because he can stun defenses, if you're only facing one defense, but Bumblebee can stun that defense for you and keep your guys alive longer. And in zone 9 here, there's some nasty defenses. As you can see here, this base has Luxon destabilizers, so it's like a normal laser but way stronger, and it intensifies the beam as the longer it holds onto your bot. So basically, if it holds onto your bot, it'll kill your bot. So you need to basically stun that ability or stun that defense as soon as you can. Otherwise, you're dead. You won't last very long. So this base here, it's partially done. The bottom here, we've take turns hacking away at it. And here's another defense here: the railgun. The railgun is a new defense to the game, and yeah, this screenshot is pretty good here because you get access to, or you can see the new railgun. You can see the acid launcher as well. That's another new defense to the game, and that one is it fires explosive shells that covers enemies in acid, slowing them and dealing damage over 5 seconds. That is a nasty, nasty new defense because it slows your defenses, your bots down, and it does damage over a wider area than a normal mortar. So I definitely don't like that one either. Another really cool new defense of the game is this shock tower here. This shock tower is called the Thunder Tower, and it has over look at all that health there because you've got to take it out 21 times, and then what it does is it does EMP damage to a larger area than a shock tower, and it can kill your whole team super super fast. My team is all in their high 50s. It doesn't even stand a chance if I get close to that thunder tower there. So there's some really really cool nasty additions to the game that will be a lot of fun for you guys to watch. So let's get into some gameplay here. I want to take out that laser there, but there's a lot of nasty stuff in the way here. But let's deploy on the bottom here and see how it goes.
Optimus Prime, wheeljack.
Now I always like to bring Trax with me because Trax is a fun bot to use. Look at that. Look at my Bumblebee. My Bumblebee has no health left anymore because that thing stunned it, or that Lexon destabilizer hit him. So very very nasty business here, and but I brought along Bumblebee because he can stun that defense, and now I let my healers heal up Bumblebee, who's fine now, and so this is probably the way to go against this kind of base here. Just bring yourself Trax to protect the team, and Bumblebee to stun that laser, and everything else is just like a normal shock tower and a cannon there. It's not too bad. So I'm going to be able to do a lot of damage to this little laser beam here because Bumblebee is on the team. And so Bumblebee's a star right now. Look at that, eh? He's just taking out that laser beam and he's going to work on it. I'm going to bring Hotspot over here just because I want to soak up some more damage. And let's see here. Yeah, I don't want to take Bumblebee's action off of that laser because he's just so effective on that laser. So I'm just gonna keep him at it, and then just keep going at this. And then I'm gonna use Wheeljack's special here to speed up the team a bit. So you can see there, if you're not on the launch pad, Wheeljack's special won't work. So you have to be off the launch pad in order to use some of the special abilities here. Let's take out that mortar because I can. Now you can see how much damage these lasers have, how much life they have. I've been hammering away at this laser for quite a while here, and you can see there 18, 17. So it lasts a long time. Now I'm going to try using Bumblebee's stun here just for fun, and take out some of these defenses along the way since I have some ability points to do it, giving my healers a chance to heal up the whole team. So yeah, because I attacked this base on an angle here, Trax might not be that useful. All you need to do is bring in some more tanks and maybe another gunner there. And so you can see there I did 3,882 damage to that base, and I timed out. So you get 3 minutes to attack a base basically. And if you can survive that whole amount, you're going to get more points for yourself and for the team. To get those rewards there. So I just got 3,000 points for the team, and we're up to 353 now. And as you can see there, the end goal is 1,000,000 points, which is really really easy for a alliance like mine here. We're at 40 strong. We have 40 players, and we have a lot of active players with coins and fuel cells from Space Ape to try out. So this shouldn't last us very long. We should be done this event by the end of today, and then we can go off to another raid to help them out as well. So fun times. It's a really fun game there. Alpha Prime is the other Alpha Prime in Deceptor Crushers. He did 1.5% damage in Zone 10 there with that one attack. What did I just do? I don't even see my attack here. Maybe it was really old because I was talking a lot and it didn't show There's so many active attacks going on at the same time. There I am, zone 9, 3.23% damage done there. So that Bumblebee is huge, 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 huge to have Bumblebee. I'm going to do that again. That was a lot of fun with Bumblebee, and then I'm going to try bringing in another combiner just to deal some more damage to some of these defenses. And I might as well just bring all the combiners into play. I'm going to actually, this is going to be a fun treat for you guys. I'm going to use all 4 combiners, and I'm going to talk about each of the combiners and just show you their special abilities at a 4-star level. So let's do that again. Let's get into attack. Now again, as I was mentioning, the best combiners for this raid mode here are Optimus Maximus, believe it or not, and Victorion. I just need to get those guys a little bit higher because they're pretty weak. I haven't really invested a lot of time in those combiners because it's just not so useful when you have like high level Superions and stuff like that for the regular game mode. My Superion's level 14 can take out any defense with his death cannon, as I'll show you guys. But because these raid defenses have so much life, in reality Superion's specials are not that strong because you can't crush anything with them. So you're better off just using a combiner that can deal stun damage. So I'm going to try and deploy Optimus Prime a little bit earlier this time because Bumblebee just got wasted there by that cannon. His health is just not high enough. So you can see that cannon just focused on my Optimus Prime for a few seconds there. And look how much damage it did to my team there. That's just nasty. So I'm going to use Trax here just to heal up this team a bit because he's going to deploy that shield, and that that just reduces the damage 50%. And I'm going to use a Jazz Orbital Strike because he covers a large area, and I can do a lot of damage to 6 defenses there, which is really, really nice. So you can see that first smoke cloud wore off, so I'm going to do it again. And for this raid mode here, Alpha Trion is going to be a very, very useful core because you're going to get more raid points for your team every few seconds. So I put that raid core on Wheeljack. And my Cronus core is on my hotspot. So you can see that the hotspot is healing up nicely there. What happened there? Oh, I stunned, I pressed the wrong button there. I stunned everything there. So not a bad thing to do. When you stun the defenses there, it gives your bots a chance to recuperate and heal up. And that's what I'm doing there with my... Oh, it took it out. So look at that. I got 35 points of recharge there. Now that shock beam is targeting one of my guys. Don't like that at all. So I'm going to deploy Superion here. And I'll show you how much damage Superion can do. There, 4,500 damage to one target with his laser death cannon, which is absolutely ineffective against a base like this. And look how fast Superion dies when he's got one of those super cannons attacking him, and then all 4 railguns just going right through Superion there. Boom, boom, boom. Superion doesn't stand a chance. He doesn't even last like more than a second or more than 5 seconds there. Superion's already out. So I'm not going to last much longer here without some kind of protection against that nasty beam laser. So I'm going to deploy Bumblebee's stun there, and that'll give me some more time to recuperate here. And then I'm not going to last much longer here because I'm in harm's way of a lot of different defenses now. But you can see how fun this new raid mode is, and how it pays to have a lot of the different bots in this game that are more useful for this raid mode than they would be for the normal gameplay. So my hat's off to Space 8 for developing a new raid mode that allows us to use other bots in the game. So I'm just going to go ahead and use the Skyburst ability here to take on a few defenses at the same time. And I'm just trying to do as much damage as I can before I time out in 18 seconds here. So 16 seconds left. Let's just do what we can here. Oh, almost got it down. The next guy's in for a treat because that Chuck Tower is almost done. Look at that. 4,000 points for the team. That's huge. Huge, 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 huge. And that's Superion in action here. As you can see, he's very, very ineffective combiner for this new raid mode. I mean, he still does a lot of damage, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's just not very useful because you've got like a million defenses attacking you at the same time. So let's get into that raid mode again. I'm loving the fact that we don't have to raid to keep going here. So I'm just going to own Zone 9. Zone 9 is mine. You know, I've been attacking it the most, so let's just try and take out Zone 9 with my attacks here. So let's speed up the process here. Unfortunately, I can't switch combiners. I'm going to have to keep going with Superion there. But this team seems to be working very well. If you can last the 3 minutes, you know your team is a good team against a certain base. But now that I'm kind of more in an open area, I don't think I'm going to last as long as I did in that last round. Just because, as I was saying, I'm in a more open space now. I've got more defenses hitting me. And you got to act fast in order to protect your team. So I took down that one Luxon destabilizer, which is really, really cool. The one on the left is bothering me. The one up there, as you can see there, it's got 36 more times before you can kill it off. So it's going to take a long time to kill that one. But I've done a lot of damage to this bottom here, so I want to go at it again and try to finish off this bottom portion here, but I'm going to stun those Luxon destabilizers as much as I can.
Optimus Prime, deploy.
Ooh, stun that ability, stun that shock tower. That's nasty. Yeah, so I really want to take out this. Luxon destabilizer at the bottom here because it's just preventing my team from heading up. So I'm going to try and focus all my points down here as much as I can. But you can see there that even Hotspot with all his health does not last long against a defense. And I'm kind of split up here in two ways here, which is not a pretty sight to see here. So there, that was really nice. I was able to take it down two levels here. Yeah, so Superion was able to take it down 2 levels, which is not horrible. And let's see what happens when I reflect some of that damage back. So you got it down to 7, which is really, really nice. And so Prime's ability, which is really cool, I got the G1 core on Prime, so he's able to be invincible there for that 10 seconds, which really helps in this game mode. So as I was mentioning there, because there's so many defenses in my way here, it's just hard to survive the whole round. So I'm just going to try and deal as much damage as I can before I die here. And one more shot. There, that's it. That's all she wrote. And Solus Prime is going to keep going because that's still part of my team technically. All right, that's it. As you can see there, only 1,894 points because there's more defenses hitting me at the same time. So that's Superion play. I'm going to bring you a few more attacks from different videos using the other combiners as well. So stay tuned for the next raid video that I do. I'm going to bring in Volcanicus next. But we'll do one more raid for you guys with Superion because I think I have 5 more minutes left to go here. So I can do another raid or another 2 raids with Superion here. So let's try another base just to show you guys the difference here. hopefully this base is a good base for Bumblebee here. So you see my Bumblebee is only level 48. He needs to get buffed up for this raid mode as soon as possible. So any of your scout class that can stun, Rust Dust, Bumblebee, if you have those guys, you know, you're in good shape. Just get those guys, you know, leveled up as much as you can, because that'll definitely help. So this base here, it looks a lot easier because there's a lot of it down, but don't be mistaken there. This left side is really nasty because of the Luxon destabilizer there and that massive nasty shock tower. I'm only gonna last like a few seconds there on that left side there, and on the right side, I don't fare much better because there's a lot of that middle portion with mortars and nasty stuff. So this is not an easy base to take down, even if it is in zone 7 here. It's not, yeah, this is not an easy one at all. But let's see what happens here. I'm going to deploy on this side here because I think it's going to be a little bit safer than if I went on the right. And the good thing about Optimus Prime is I do have that special ability to kind of get the team to turn off to one side, steer them to one corner here. So I'm just going to do that. And then deploy a smoke cover there and stun the defenses for a bit. Jeez, this is brutal. This is not fun at all, taking down multiple defenses at the same time. As you can see here, I'm not going to last very long, so I'm just going to deploy Superion here and try to take out this beam laser here as fast as I can. And I like this area here because there's lots of defenses, so that barrage is going to deal maximum damage to as much as possible. And so you can see how much life Superion has and how fast he dies when that Luxon destabilizer locks in on him. Nasty business. So you can see here I'm just stunning everything that I can possibly stun. And I'm just trying to deal as much damage as I can possibly deal before I die. That's the name of the game, folks. And you can see here, Bumblebee's stunning the wrong thing. And even with my strong healers on him, he doesn't stand a chance against that Luxon destabilizer. So there you go. 1 minute left, and look how little I did. That's a tough base. Very tough base. All the defenses are now exposed, and there's nothing to protect your bots from multiple gunfire. So you just need to act fast and try to deal as much damage as you can possibly deal. So yeah, I think I'll do one more attack for you guys, and then we'll end out the video with Superion. Yeah, his combiner got one more attack in here. So let's try another zone for you guys. We'll try a different base this time. Let's try this zone 8 base here with 50% damage done. Yeah, let's try this one here. So I really like the changes from the last raid mode. It's a lot cheaper to attack them. It only costs 1 fuel, and that was the problem before, because we had to use our fuel to do these raids, and it costs 100 fuel to do 1 attack. So pretty much you have to do 5 or 6 attacks in a lower zone just to raid it and get the fuel to attack the bases. So I think it's just this is just a test, so they didn't want us to have to do too much of the raiding on our own. So I think that's the reason why. So my guess is that we're probably going to have to deal with that stuff anyway. We're going to have to do a zone raids because we need to get experience, right, on a weekend event. They're just eliminating that process for us, so we can do more attacks on these bases and give them more feedback. Okay, so this is a nicer base because you got that nice green area here to protect your bots. So I can just deploy my team down here.
Optimus Prime.
And I'm in good shape here because, as I was saying, I don't have anything attacking my team. And then let's drop down that blue Kremzik so I don't take too much damage. And my Prime is stuck. So Hotspot's an interesting character to use because he's got the reflective shield, and he's just reflecting that damage back on that Lexon Destabilizer, which is really, really nice. But you don't want that, but even with that, you don't want it locking onto your bots too long. So that's why I'm going to use Bumblebee's stun ability just to give my bots a breather. And I'm just going to keep going with that stun ability. It's very cheap to use, and does the job. So I'm just loving Bumblebee right now. I'm just going to keep using Bumblebee's ability there. And as you see there, I took out that research lab, so I got refilled again to 50 points. But now, unfortunately, I'm in range of that nasty large EMP shock tower. So my bots are going to take a beating soon. Let's heal up these guys here. And now that I'm low on some ability points, let's go in and use my Superion one last time here. Death Ray, 4,590 damage onto that laser beam. And I'm going to rush in, to smash, 2,300 damage. And then Rocket Barrage. So those are Superion's 3 moves as a 4-star. Yeah, so that just gave my guys a little bit of a breather. And Hotspot, you're dying. That was a bit of a waste of ability there. So, not much left I can do here. Oh, at least Bumblebee's on the right target now. So he's stunning that laser. As long as he can survive, he's going to stun that laser beam for the team. But, you know, there's not much left for me to do here. I'm running out of ability points and bots. So let's just get off the last 2 attacks. And that's all she wrote for me. 38 seconds left. That's a pretty good attack, I think, overall. 2,723 points for the team. Not bad at all. All right, so hope you guys enjoyed this raid play. I'm going to do a 4-part series because I want to showcase the other combiners as well. So I'll show you how awesome they are for this gameplay. All right, well, that's it for this video. Please like and subscribe, and if you could hit that notification bell, you're going to get notified when I upload the next raid video for you guys to watch. This is Alpha Prime of Prime Union, and it's Transformers Earth Wars. Hope you guys enjoyed the gameplay. And as you can see there, we got 4 days left of this raid mode, and we are almost halfway done. So you know, it's catching up to Alpha Prime. He's had a few hour head start on me, but it's all good. It's all good. He's an awesome guy, and glad we have him on our team. Those points are huge. Okay, well, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. This is Alpha Prime. Peace out.